ओके, जैसे ही क्लास खत्म होगी उसके बाद हम लोग हमारे मास मीडिया एंड हिस्ट्री वाले चैप्टर की बैक एक्सरसाइज पे जाएंगे. वी विल कंप्लीट द बैक एक्सरसाइज इन द नोटबुक and we will send it to Didi by tonight. Like, just don't do it by 7 p.m. because that's too early, but do it before sleeping tonight and send it to me. Get over with it, na? Don't keep on piling up the work, right? So mass media and history back exercise you have to do. Now we will start with the new chapter, which is sports and history. Now, the unique part of this chapter is that this chapter is the easiest chapter in our whole textbook. Did you all? अरे आते ही कौन करता है ये? Just give me a second. There are a lot of students in the waiting room. All right. Okay. So, did you all see the video that I sent on the group? Can you write yes or no on the chat? Yes. Yes. Great. Yes. All right. So, what did you understand from the whole video? Did you see about IPL, about how IPL has become this big business? Okay, Aditya. All right. Amazing. So this is what we are going to talk about. We are going to talk about sports in general, and then we will move into sports as it is right now, like what it is like in the world, in the international sphere, and how it has become very, very political, right? And also how it has become a space from where you can get a lot of money, like you can earn a lot of money, right? So yes, Ajay. So we will be studying about sports and history. Okay. The first thing that I need to ask you is, it's a very simple question. Why do you think we need sports in our life? Why do you need sport? Why do I or anybody else need sports in their life? Let's see the chat burning up because you all love PT period. So you can tell me why do you love it so much? Fitness, entertainment and good health, extracurricular activity, to be healthy, health, entertainment. What else? Any other reason? Right. So it is a mixture of everything you have all said. For enjoy, there should be enjoyment in life. There should be enjoyment, health, to show your talent, to do masti, to be physically strong. Exactly, right? So combining all your answers, I have made a 4-point system of why do we need sports in our life, right? So the first thing is fit mental health, right? So what is mental health? Your mind. If your mind has a lot of stress, a lot of worry, that gets released and you feel relaxed and refreshed, right? So it provides you with an entertainment of sorts and it relaxes your mind. So there is fit mental health. Okay. The second point is fit physical health. So when you're running, when you're playing cricket, kabaddi, or any of the sports that you all play, so there is a lot of movement of the body, so it keeps your body physically fit as well, right? Third, it is also a lot about personality development, right? So it helps us in developing like courage, it helps us in developing sportsmanship, right? It also creates a lot of personality traits in us, right? So that is something that sports is good at. It also teaches us discipline, right? So to go by the rules of sports, there are certain sports players how they have a very strict diet, right? And the kind of personality they hold. When you lose, how to take the loss, right? So it gives you a perspective. It develops your personality as a whole. More than anything, more than any of the above, I believe sports is the best way to learn teamwork. So because every game, like in kabaddi, if one player is really good, versus if the whole team is average but actually a very good team, very united, then that team will be winning instead of that one player and a team which has no coordination. So all the things that you need to learn about how to work in a team, you can learn from sports. Are all of these 4 points clear? Can we move forward? Amazing. Great. So we're going to move forward into this. What do you think this stands for? What is this a symbol for? Is Lakshmi right? Is it a symbol for Olympics? Exactly. And Olympics is so widely known. What you don't maybe know is that Olympics was derived from a state's name in Greek. ग्रीस पता है ग्रीस एक कंट्री है उसके अंदर एक स्टेट का नाम था ओलंपिया वहां से ये नाम डिराइव किया है क्योंकि ये गेम वहां से बना है राइट सो ये वाला जो कंपटीशन था ये ग्रीस में चालू हुआ एंड ग्रीस एंड स्पोर्ट्स हैज अ वेरी लॉन्ग रिलेशनशिप ओके तो ये जो रिलेशनशिप है इसके अंदर सबसे पहली चीज जो भी हम गेम्स खेलते हैं राइट वी कैन प्ले दोस गेम्स जो बैडमिंटन खेलते हैं या कबड्डी खेलते हैं हम उनको बिना रूल्स के भी खेल सकते हैं बट रूल्स क्या करते हैं रूल्स उस गेम को स्टैंडर्डाइज करते हैं और उसकी वजह से हम सेम गेम को पूरे वर्ल्ड में कहीं भी खेल पाते हैं राइट प्लस दोज रूल्स ऑल्सो ऑर्गेनाइज द गेम ठीक है तो मतलब जैसे बैडमिंटन में किसको कितने पॉइंट्स कब मिलेंगे ये चीज को रूल स्टैंडर्डाइज करते हैं अगर रूल्स नहीं होते तो कोई कभी भी मतलब ऐसे बोल सकता है कि नहीं इसमें तो हाफ पॉइंट होगा ये होगा वो होगा डिबेट्स होती रह जाएंगी अगर जो हमारे पास क्लियर रिटन रूल्स होंगे वी कैन जस्ट गो बाय इट राइट एंड प्ले द गेम so the concept of rules came through the Greeks in sports it was not there it was not present before the Greeks introduced rules in sports okay along with that they started the Olympic competition and this competition derives its name from one of the ancient cities of Greece called Olympia all right now even now till now it has so much prestige that if a person participates or wins medals in Olympics it's considered as a very great win so it is also an international competition which is so popular even now right do you all aren't we all excited about like Olympics every year like I am so excited I'm always watching sports at every point in Olympics right so do you know this now are we clear about relation between Greeks and sports rules they helped in creating rules the popular game of Olympics came from the ancient Greek city this game is also very important for us even now बस यही है तीन चीजें हैं अजीत ओके ओके अजीत all right now there are different categories of sports some sports are indoor some sports are outdoor and some sports are adventure sports so obviously indoor sports would have carom chess all of that right and outdoor sports would have kabaddi badminton anything that we play outside is outdoor sports anything that we play inside is indoor sports and the third category is adventure sports can you give some examples of what are adventure sports skiing cycle race and climbing. Cycle race would be an outdoor sport, Ajit. Climbing can be adventure sports. Marathon, ski dive. Yes. Marathon would be an outdoor sport, na, Ajay? Surfing. Great. Skydiving. Yes. So all of those things that you mentioned are examples of adventure sports. Akash said Parker, but I don't know what it is. Bungee jumping, race car, auto racing. It is about 50 kilometers. I didn't understand, Ajay. Skating, bike race. Got it, guys. We all got the hint what is adventure sports, right? So we will move forward to answering this question. Now we are all answering this question privately. So please put 2 to Pragya and let's test who knows the correct answer. Very easy question. Correct Ajit. Correct Amit. Incorrect Sanya. Incorrect Shiva. Incorrect Mahima. This question Ajay, what is India's national sport? जिसका मैं बोल नहीं रही इनकरेक्ट अरमान शेख जिसका इनकरेक्ट है सिर्फ उसका मेंशन कर रही हूँ ओके इनकरेक्ट दिलीप all right so majority of you guessed right it is hockey hockey is the national sport of India the reason is that it was invented in India right so even if cricket is the most popular sport even if kabaddi is the most popular sport in Mumbai the national sport of India is the sport that's invented in India right and that sport is hockey okay now do you all remember who was the most famous hockey player this to everyone में लिखो everyone में लिखो Ajay is correct Major Dhyanchand Dilip is correct Major Dhyanchand right so now what why Major Dhyanchand was so considered so important we will study that right तो मेजर ध्यानचंद एक्सपर्ट प्लेयर थे हॉकी के और वो फर्स्ट कैप्टन थे हमारी हॉकी टीम के ठीक है उसके साथ साथ उनके टाइम पर इंडिया ने गोल्ड मेडल जीता था बर्लिन ओलंपिक्स में 1936 में उसके साथ साथ 29 अगस्त को उनका बर्थडे है तो उस दिन नेशनल स्पोर्ट्स डे इंडिया में सेलिब्रेट होता है ही इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड द विजर्ड ऑफ हॉकी and he was honored with Padma Bhushan in 1956. Now, these are all just credentials of Major Dhyan Chand, but the main thing is that he excited the people and he was a main talent. Like in the whole world, India was known because of Major Dhyan Chand because he never missed one shot. Okay, and he was really, really good at what he did, and that is why he is considered so important. So, this is a very important piece that you have to learn about Major Dhyan Chand. कि उन्होंने अपनी टीम को गोल्ड मेडल जिताया ओलंपिक्स में उनके बर्थडे पे नेशनल स्पोर्ट्स डे सेलिब्रेट होता है 29 अगस्त को ही इज नोन एज द विजर्ड ऑफ हॉकी एंड ही आल्सो गॉट द very very prestigious Padma Bhushan award in 1956 okay not Padma Vibhushan Padma Bhushan yes Ajay that's a political thing but very important all right now we will talk a little about sports competitions, right? So these competitions are held at local level, at national level, at international level. They are held for both indoor and outdoor games. So if I ask you, can you name some popular competitions, sports competitions that are held at local level? मतलब हमारे school level पे किस type के competitions have you seen? Kabaddi, right? Like that's like the biggest thing here. Cricket. What else? What else? There's chess also, there's carom also, there's running, there's race. It's so many things happen on sports day in our school, right? Now at national level, any game that is not international level, national level के games के नाम मत बताओ, tournament के नाम बताओ. टूर्नामेंट के नाम बताओ जैसे अगर कबड्डी बोल रहे हो तो प्रो कबड्डी लीग बोलो Yes, Ajay, Pro Kabaddi League, IPL. IPL is the very good example of a national level tournament. Pro Wrestling League, amazing, right? So at national level also, and IPL is the biggest example, right? So at national level also we have such competitions. Ram, what is Swachh Bharat Abhiyan इसमें कैसे आता है? कुछ भी मत बोलो. International level, let's name some games. ICC World Cup, amazing. What else? सिर्फ आईसीसी वर्ल्ड कप होता है अभी हमने एक गेम की बात करी थी वर्ल्ड रेसलिंग लीग T20 चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी अभी जो बात करी थी, अभी कौन सी गेम की बात करी थी? थोड़े बड़े लीग्स की भी बात करते हैं ना। अभी जो सर्कल्स की बात करी थी, व्हाट वाज दैट कंपटीशन? एशिया कप. We just talked about Olympics also, guys. Olympics, great. So lots of games. There's Champions League, there's English Premier League, there's ICC, there is Olympics, there is Commonwealth. So these are all the sports competitions at international level as well. Okay. Now I want you to see at the screen and tell me, what do you see? Like, don't say that we see a cricket field. Pick out things like, I see audience. What else do I see? You see, राम फुटबॉल कहां से दिख रहा है क्रिकेट मैच में तुमको? स्टेडियम, प्लेयर्स, स्टंप, लाइट्स. What else? Feeders, camera, empire, bats, TV. Very important, TV, balls. What else? Banners. Exactly. Very good observation. Banners. Poster of the company. Yellow and blue colors. Money, players, green place. Byju's. Amazing, right? So what we see is not just some people playing cricket. We see a huge stadium where so many people have come, and in front of so many people, all of these banners are basically ads that we see when we come to watch a match. We have come only to watch this, but what we see is all these ads. We see the ads that are there on the screen. We also see the ads that are there on the cricketers' t-shirts, right? We also see a lot of other things. Even on the small wala thing ना, जो इसमें चौका छक्का लगता है, इस वाले पे भी ad लिखा होता है. मतलब till this extent people are earning money through advertisement in a cricket stadium. So in a cricket stadium, we're not merely playing cricket. We are also having a huge business, and we are also advertising a lot, right? And also very indirect sorts of advertisement also. So what sports shoe is this sports player wearing? Is it Adidas? Is it Nike? What bat is this person using? Which company's bat is this person using? That's very important, right? So that's an indirect advertisement also. Direct advertisement तो ये दिख रही है सारे के सारे banners, यहाँ पे जो ads आती है, ये सब कुछ. उसके साथ साथ कुछ कुछ indirect advertisements भी होती है. So this is a lot of money that we are talking about, right? So that's what we see here. Now, what do we see here? We see the best cricketer in our country at the moment. What else? We see tattoos. We see Virat Kohli. What else? Human. What else? On his t-shirt, on his attire, so much is written. Cement advertisement, Geo advertisement, right? डू यू ऑल्सो सी? मतलब एक टी शर्ट के अंदर कितनी एड्स भर सकते हैं? इट्स सरप्राइजिंग, राइट? ये जियो की एड है, इसके नीचे दो और साइड साइड में एड्स हैं, यहाँ पर सामने एक एड है, यहाँ पीछे एक एड होती है. इवन ऑन योर जर्सी बिलो यू ऑल्सो हैव अ लॉट ऑफ एड्स, राइट? यहाँ पे तुम्हें सीमेंट की एड है, यहाँ साइड साइड में दो एड्स है. मतलब ये एड है, यहाँ पर दो और एड्स हैं. तो ये एक इंसान नहीं है. He is also representing all of these companies. Virat Kohli is saying, I support these companies. So you also should buy from these companies only by wearing it, right? So this is what sports is. Now, sports has what we call globalized. Okay, sports has globalized now. Okay. सो नाउ व्हाट डज ग्लोबलाइजेशन ऑफ स्पोर्ट मीन? कि हम लोग सिर्फ क्रिकेट का मैच सिर्फ फील्ड में जाके नहीं देखते. हम वो मैच टीवी पे भी देख सकते हैं, हम वो मैच किसी और नेशन का भी देख सकते हैं, और जैसे कि अभी सिर्फ तुम इंडिया पाकिस्तान या इंडिया के ही सारे मैचेस नहीं देखते, तुम न्यूजीलैंड और वेस्ट इंडीज का भी मैच देख सकते हो, राइट? एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल ऑन टीवी, ऑन मोबाइल फोन्स, ऑन रेडियो, ऑन all possible parameters, right? Along with that, these matches for the audience is entertainment. We are going for entertainment, but the businessmen look at it as an opportunity to advertise. So what they are looking at it is, हम लोग ऑडियंस की तरह जाते हैं, बट वो हमें कस्टमर्स की तरह ट्रीट करते हैं, एंड दे एडवर्टाइज देयर प्रोडक्ट along with cricket. So cricket तो हम मेन क्रिकेट के लिए जा रहे हैं, हम एड्स के लिए नहीं जा रहे, हम बैनर्स के लिए नहीं जा रहे, बट वो सब चीजों से हम इन्फ्लुएंस होके ही वापस आते हैं, right? So this is what globalization of cricket or sports is. Also these banners, the fact that we can sit in India and watch any sports whatsoever of across the world, right? We can watch Federer and Nadal playing tennis sitting in India, right? So that is globalization of cricket. Okay, now we will see pointer wise कि globalization होता क्या है. Now 20th 21st century में ये globalization चालू हुआ था. Globalization माने going global instead of staying local in terms of sports or just watching sports of our own country or knowing about sports of our own country. We now can see or we now can even live or even learn sports of different countries, right? Along with that, all these international matches can be watched on television. उसके साथ साथ जो भी पार्टिसिपेंट कंट्रीज नहीं है वो भी मैचेस एंजॉय कर सकती है. जैसे हम लोग फुटबॉल में कोई बहुत ज्यादा पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करते, बट स्टिल वी कैन वॉच चैंपियंस लीग, बट स्टिल वी कैन वॉच इंग्लिश प्रीमियर लीग, राइट? दोज आर द फुटबॉल मैचेस that happen. Along with that, the fans go for entertainment, right? Like I watch cricket to get entertained, but the companies, they look at it as a good opportunity to advertise. मतलब उनको मौका मिल जाता है अपनी advertisement वहां पे डालने का, right? So it is a very very profit making space. Along with that, any retired sports person can also become a commentator. Sachin Tendulkar did a lot of commentaries after he retired. Kapil Dev is a very big example. Kapil Dev still does so much commentary, right? So retired sportsmen have an opportunity to be commentators of sports as well. Okay, is this clear? Sidhu Bhaji. Yes. They don't get anything. It's just one of, who said what did they get from commentary? See, commentary का point ये होता है कि कौन है? Somebody asked the question, what do they get from commentary, right? So you can think like this कि जो मैच है वो इंग्लिश में हो रहा है तो वो सिर्फ इंग्लिश की ऑडियंस तक जाएगा, बट ये अगर हम वहीं पे एक ऐसा कमेंटेटर बिठा दे जो हिंदी में उस मैच को ट्रांसलेट कर पाए, तो जो बाकी ऑडियंस है जिसको इंग्लिश नहीं समझ आती उसको भी समझ आएगा, right? So we are reaching out to wider audience, we are globalizing that sports. तो अगर टेनिस का मैच चल रहा है और दो white people are playing that match and the whole commentary is in English. So if a person from a Hindi TV channel sits there, they can do the commentary and then it will reach to the Indian audience as well. So language also plays a big role in sports. So when we globalize sports, that's when we also understood that we can see the same sports in different languages, especially by use of radio. Amazing Akash. Akashvani सबसे ज्यादा यूज हुई थी स्पोर्ट्स की कमेंट्री के लिए, आज तक भी होती है, राइट? Very very common things. Whoever asked the question, I hope your doubt is solved. Whoever asked the question, I hope your doubt is solved कि commentary का क्या role है. Okay, now we move on to the history and toys. अब toys also become a part of sports. Now toys does not only mean वो बच्चों के खिलौने, it also means bat, it also means ball, it also means equipments for sports, right? and how those equipments have developed over a period of time. Okay, now that throws a light on how technology has also improved over a period of time. Okay, so जैसे रेस कार्स, फॉर एग्जाम्पल रेस कार्स इज द बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल. पहले हमारे पास वो छोटी वाली गाड़ी आती थी जिसको हम ऐसे पीछे करते थे और फिर वो आगे भागती थी और उनमें रेस होती थी. अब people have mini F1 cars and they are racing through remote controls, right? So this is how technology has developed, and this is how the technological development has also changed the toys people play with, right? So there is a relation between, history and technological development in toys. The second thing is that religion or culture also plays a big role in different types of toys being introduced. Like there are puppet shows that happen in Rajasthan a lot, right? And those puppets are basically traditional way of entertainment. Okay, these are traditional toys or maybe even kitchen sets that people use. Like women often play with kitchen sets, right? So those are traditional toys that are also there that we can study historically, right? उसके साथ साथ एक ये एग्जाम्पल दिया था बुक के अंदर कि बेसिकली एक ना हमारा जो पपेट वाला टॉय होता है, एक एक्सकवेशन में इटली में 1st century CE में एक एक्सकवेशन में वो पपेट मिला. अब इटली में इंडिया में बना हुआ टॉय कैसे पहुंचा, राइट? तो उसकी वजह से हमें ये एविडेंस मिला कि इंडिया और इटली में पहले से बहुत अच्छे रिलेशंस थे, राइट? वी ऑलरेडी हैड ट्रेड रिलेशंस एंड मे बी समबडी बॉट दैट टॉय फ्रॉम इंडिया एंड टुक इट टू इटली. तो जब वो हम एंग्रेव कर रहे थे और हमें वो टॉय निकला तो हमें उस टॉय से पता चला कि इंडिया और इटली में कितना रिलेशन है, राइट? So that is how toys can also be considered as archives. For example, documents of anything that happened in the past, right? Evidences of relations between, different countries or different people in the past. Is this clear? 3 points clear? Technology की development, tradition and कैसे ये एक डॉक्यूमेंट हो सकती है हमारे लिए. राम क्या क्लियर नहीं है? राम तुम प्राइवेट पे क्यों मैसेज करते हो? रेस्ट ऑफ यू? एग्जैक्टली, पपेट इज लाइक आर्काइव्स. शुभम, तो हमारे जो टॉयज है पुराने, जैसे जैसे वो डेवलप होते रहते हैं वैसे वैसे हमें हमारी टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट के बारे में भी पता चलता है, राइट? तो पहले हम वो पुल बैक कार्स यूज करते थे, अब हम लोग रिमोट कंट्रोल से कार्स चलाते हैं. तो हमारी टेक्नोलॉजी इंप्रूव हुई है, तो वो भी चीज हमें समझ आती है थ्रू टॉयज, राइट? तो हमें हिस्ट्री ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट दिखती है टॉयज के थ्रू. उसके साथ साथ हम अपने ट्रेडिशंस को भी पढ़ सकते हैं टॉयज के थ्रू, जैसे पपेट्स जो ट्रेडिशनली राजस्थान में यूज होते हैं. सो वी कैन स्टडी अबाउट ट्रेडिशंस थ्रू दीज टॉयज. Along with that, these toys are kind of evidence that we had a relationship with some other countries. Like अगर ये टॉय कहीं दबा हुआ इटली में किसी छोटे टाउन में मिला तो इसका ये मतलब है कि कोई ना कोई इटली से इंडिया आया होगा या इंडिया से कोई इटली गया होगा और उसने उसको ये टॉय दिया होगा. इसका मतलब हमारा एक कनेक्शन था इंडिया और इटली का उस जमाने में भी, राइट? So we had some sort of relation with Italy can be proven by the evidence of that toy which was found in Italy. Okay? Now find Ram and Shubham. Shubham, is it fine now? Okay. Shubham, एक बार read it. Read it, you will understand. I can't repeat again. Read it. If you still don't understand, WhatsApp me. Okay? All right. Now we move into literature and movies. अब स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में बहुत मैगजीन्स लिखी गई है. उनमें से एक स्पोर्ट है मलाखम करके. ये इंडिया का एक ट्रेडिशनल स्पोर्ट है. इसके बारे में एक रिसेंटली बुक पब्लिश हुई थी. एक पूरी एनसाइक्लोपीडिया है अबाउट डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ स्पोर्ट्स. एक मैगजीन है जिसका नाम है षटकर, जिसके अंदर सारे स्पोर्ट्स के बारे में लिखा जाता था. उसके साथ साथ बहुत सारी मूवीज बनी है, बहुत सारी बायोग्राफीज बनी ऑन प्लेयर्स दैट हैव बीन रिलीज्ड इन वेरियस लैंग्वेजेस. कैन यू गिव एग्जांपल्स? स्पोर्ट्स के ऊपर जो रीसेंट मूवीज बनी है उसके एग्जांपल दे सकते हो? गोल्ड, अमेजिंग. Chak De India, Dangal, MS Dhoni. What else? Biographies are when you tell the story of a particular person. Panga, Milkha Singh. So Milkha Singh, Dhoni, all of these are biographies of certain cricketers or certain hockey players. Also, we Surma. Then we also saw Mary Com, Mary Com or Mary Com. What do we say? Mary Com, I think. Mary Com. I don't know what we say, but basically that. So two of the examples are Dangal and Mary Com. Now, can you tell me how can history be helpful in making these movies? ऐसी पिक्चरें बनाने में हिस्ट्री का क्या काम है? These are movies about sports. Then how is history helpful in creating a movie related to sports? What information, Ajay? धोनी मूवी के अंदर सिर्फ ये नहीं दिखाया कि वो कितना अच्छा क्रिकेटर था, ये दिखाया उसका हिस्ट्री कैसी थी, वो शुरू कहां से किया, उसका स्ट्रगल क्या था, पूरा पास समझाया और उसके बाद समझाया व्हाट ही इज एंड व्हाई ही इज लाइक दैट because of the past that he has lived. Same with Mary Kom, whatever struggles that she went through. Same with Dangal, कैसे उन लोगों ने स्ट्रगल किया उस गांव के अंदर उन दो लड़कियों को रेसलर बनाने के लिए, उसके फादर ने कैसे फाइट किया, राइट? So the stories are not just about sports, they are about the whole history, or not just of the sport but also of the person, right? So that is how history is useful in making these pictures as well. It requires a deep study of a particular period of time, right? You have to study मैरी कॉम का बचपन से बड़े होने तक का पूरा सफर, उस सफर में सोसाइटी कैसी थी, लोग उसको कैसे देखते थे, लोग स्पोर्ट्स को कैसे देखते थे, लोग रेसलिंग इन वुमेन इन रेसलिंग को कैसे देखते थे, ये सब कुछ हमें समझना पड़ता है, राइट? सो दैट इज हाउ हिस्ट्री इज इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, now history sports also has a lot of professional opportunities, like you can become a sports journalist, you can also become a commentator in sports, but for everything you have to, like अगर तुम्हें sports का commentator बनना है तो तुम्हें उस स्पोर्ट्स के सारे स्टैटिस्टिक्स पता होना चाहिए, उसके अच्छे प्लेयर्स कौन है पता होना चाहिए, उस प्लेयर्स का हिस्ट्री क्या रही है वो पता होना चाहिए. जैसे अगर फील्ड पे श्रेयस अय्यर है तो तुम्हें तो पता होना चाहिए कि श्रेयस अय्यर कैसा खेलता है, तभी तुम कमेंट्री दे सकते हो अच्छी, राइट? या फिर अगर फील्ड पे विराट कोहली है तो तुम्हें उसकी कमेंट, तुम्हें पता होना चाहिए कि विराट कोहली के क्या पॉजिटिव्स है, नेगेटिव्स है, वो क्या करता है, वो बैटिंग करता है, बॉलिंग करता है, फील्डिंग करता है. सो यू नीड टू नो दैट होल हिस्ट्री. अलॉन्ग विद दैट देयर आर सर्टेन प्रोफेशनल्स जो टीवी पे, अब ये सब कुछ टीवी पे स्क्रीन हो रहा है, राइट? एंड हमने समझा था कि कैसे ये चीजें डॉक्यूमेंट बन सकते हैं. एनीथिंग कैन बी एन आर्काइव वंस इट्स इन द पास्ट, राइट? तो बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जिनका काम सिर्फ ये है कि जो मैच टीवी पे आ चुका है उसका रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन करना, ठीक है? तो बहुत सारे लोगों को इसमें भी नौकरी मिलती है, इन रिकॉर्ड मेंटेनिंग ऑफ द पास्ट मैचेस दैट हैव हैपेंड. अलॉन्ग विद दैट हमें ट्रेन्ड रेफरीज की बहुत जरूरत होती है, एंड दे आर नॉट ट्रेन्ड ओनली इन लॉज, दे आर ट्रेन्ड इन प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ एज वेल, कि मतलब पिछले मैचेस में क्या क्या हुआ था, कहाँ कहाँ गलती हो सकती है, कहाँ कहाँ अच्छा हो सकता है. तो these are some of the opportunities. Along with that, obviously you can become a player, right? Or you can become a coach after some time, so those are obvious opportunities as well. Now the last point that we have to study is this person, Balji Pandit. He was the first Indian cricketer जिन्होंने क्रिकेट कमेंट्री को पायनियर किया. अभी जैसे हम क्रिकेट कमेंट्री सुनते हैं ना, मतलब मजा आता है सुनने में कि ये छक्का हुआ, उसके बाद फिर क्या हुआ, वो पूरा का पूरा माहौल कैसा है स्टेडियम का, स्टेडियम में कैसे लोग बात करें, उस स्टेडियम की हिस्ट्री क्या है, उस प्लेयर की हिस्ट्री क्या है, बालजी पंडित को सब पता था, राइट? एंड ही स्टार्टेड द कमेंट्री ऑन आकाशवाणी, और जहां से ये कमेंट्री का कॉन्सेप्ट पॉपुलर हुआ, राइट? सो ही इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इंडियन क्रिकेटर्स who started cricket commentary in India, right? And he used to do it on Akashvani. Is this clear? Are all the points clear? Guys, we have completed the chapter. So today what we will do is that I am so happy we completed the chapter. Okay, so today what we will do is that we will go back and we will do the exercise from the last class. Okay, that is mass media. And then हम कल नहीं हम कल नहीं नेक्स्ट क्लास के बाद हम इस वाली क्लास के सारे नोट्स भी बनाएंगे और इसकी एक्सरसाइज भी करेंगे. अभी हम मास मीडिया की एक्सरसाइज करेंगे आज ही, ठीक है. प्लीज कंप्लीट मास मीडिया's back exercise today. All right. Okay, bye everyone. Very, very happy we completed the chapter and everybody understood also.